There has been an attempt, as perhaps you know now, on the life of President Kennedy. From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
I was a fourth grader in my elementary school classroom, and we had a PA system, and the principal came over the PA system, and I remember his exact words. He said, "Boys and girls, teachers, I have some very sad news. The President of the United States has been shot."
It wasn't something that we expected or to hear about on a Friday afternoon when we're thinking about getting ready to go home for the weekend.
We knew that was bad, but my teacher's reaction was what really sticks in my mind. She just went into total shock, and she puts her hands over her face like this in shock, and then she started crying, and she was very, very upset.
I was in elementary school, actually in the 3rd grade, and it was a small school, so if I remember correctly, a assistant principal or principal came into our classroom and announced that the President of the United States had been killed.
The fact that the president got shot was not something that we heard every day, and so, but beyond that, of oh no, because we didn't know that he had totally been assassinated, that he had died at that point. We just knew he had been shot. And so after that then, I guess was when things started to become more real for us as fourth graders, and the fact that he was truly assassinated. And
of course, we spent the weekend watching everything unfold on TV, and our parents, my mother and father, were very concerned. They seemed to realize more what was going on than myself and my 2 brothers.
We saw the television coverage, and we understood more about what truly happened.
Seeing all the film of Lee Harvey Oswald being shot, and then the images of when the Vice President was sworn in as President of the United States on Air Force One.
Lyndon Johnson being sworn in on the plane. I thought that was really very serious, and their faces, I'll never forget the faces. Their faces just looked, they were so sad, they were so shocked.
When it happened, I don't think it was much of an impact compared to later in life when you realize what really was going on. Although what was kind of interesting is the students all knew who President Kennedy was, because the year earlier we were told that he was the one that wanted us to practice hiding under our desks in case that we were ever attacked from the missiles that were could be launched from Cuba.
And the other thing is that when I saw the President's children, John F. Kennedy's children, standing beside their mother and watching their father's casket go by, that really impressed me on a personal level, not so much about the President of the United States, but the fact that he was a dad, and these kids were younger than I was at the time, and they weren't going to have their dad anymore.